Hi there, dear students! This is Spanish from Spain. I'm Reyes, and today I'm going to tell you what do you have to know to do el DELE A1. Hey, what's up? I'm Reyes. Welcome to Spanish from Spain. If this is your first time, today I'm going to show you how to do how to prepare you to do el DELE A1. It's a really simple exam, but you have to know some topics, some tenses, some vocabulary that is going to help you to pass the exam. Let's watch what do you have to know and what do you have to study. Okay, first, I'm going to talk first. You have to know sentences. Obviously, the first tense that you should know is present simple, presente simple, en español. We have regular and irregular verbs. Of course, you have to know the regular verbs. We have three endings in Spanish, verbs that end in ar, other in er, and other in ir. Well, you have to know how to conjugate these verbs, these regular verbs. Cantar, saltar, bailar. Yo bailo, yo canto, ella salta. Verbs with the ending if er, comer, beber, saber. And verbs with end in ir. Ir, salir, mentir, pedir. Of course, you have to know the irregular verbs. And I have bad news for you. The present simple in Spanish, it's kind of irregular. It's very irregular, let's be honest. But you have to prepare it, and you have to know all the irregular verbs, at least the most common verbs, like ser, estar, ir, saber, decir. Okay? So it's really simple, because you don't have to know all the tenses. Present simple is enough. Well, it's not enough. You need to know as well, for example, the future. I recommend you to know the future, and you can use this in your speaking. Yo iré con María a la playa. I will go with María to the beach. So, for example, in the reading part of the exam, maybe you have a text where you can read future as well. So, I recommend you to familiarize with this tense, future. And furthermore, I will recommend you as well to know this perífrasis de obligación. Perífrasis de obligación, ir más infinitivo. Ir más a más infinitivo. So you have to know ir plus a, the preposition a, plus infinitive. Ir a comer. Ir a cantar. Basically, in English, you say, I'm going to go. I'm going to eat. I'm going to sing. Voy a cantar. Voy a correr. Voy a ir. It's going to be really useful as well to know it in this exam. So, tenses. If you know other tenses, perfect. Great. But you have to know really well present simple. You have to know a little bit, the more you know the better, obviously, future. And you have to know this perífrasis de obligación, ir a más infinitivo. Talking about grammar, you have to know conditional tenses, conditional sentences, at least type 1, okay, this type of sentences. It's really simple. You're going to use present, or present and future, or present and perífrasis de obligación. So, as I told you, you have to know these tenses. And it's really simple. Let me show you an example. Si llueve mañana, no vamos a la playa. If tomorrow rains, we don't go to the beach. Si llueve mañana, no iremos a la playa. Now I'm using future in the second part of the sentence. If tomorrow rains, we won't go to the beach. And the last example that you can do is, si llueve mañana, no vamos a ir a la playa. If tomorrow rains, we are not going to go to the beach. We can do that in Spanish. We can use these three types of tenses. You can use as well imperative in the second sentence. Si llueve mañana, no vayas a la playa. Si te duele el estómago, no comas nada. So if you are sick, if you got a stomachache, don't eat anything, okay? So remember, you have to know these conditional sentences in order to do this exam. I think it's good for you to know it, okay? What else? It would be good to know to do this exam. For example, routines. Obviously, of course, routines, because you have to know really well the present simple. Something that we use when we use present simple, something that we talk about, is routines. In Spanish, rutinas. Tenéis que saber las rutinas. Wake up, stand up, get dressed, brush your teeth, go to work, okay? Drive to work. Levantarse, desayunar, vestirse, ducharse. You have to know routines, because probably you have to speak about the routines that you do every day, or you're going to read something about someone's routines. So it's really useful. It's going to be, I'm 100% sure that something related with routines is going to appear in your exam. So something really useful is to know some routines. Study them. You can perform out loud in your house, and you can say your routines. Por la mañana me levanto a las 7. Me ducho, desayuno, me lavo los dientes, okay? This kind of stuff is going to be in the exam for sure. So be prepared. If we talk about routines, obviously it's going to be really helpful as well to know adverbs of frequency. Always, almost always, sometimes, often, never, rarely. Okay, you have to know them. Siempre, always. Almost always, casi siempre. Often, a menudo. Sometimes, a veces. Rarely, rara vez. Almost never, casi nunca. Y never, nunca. You have to use this adverb of frequency. Yo nunca salgo a la calle sin mi perro. I never go out without my dog. If that's your case, who knows, okay? Yo siempre como en casa. I always eat at home. Yo siempre voy al cine con mis amigos. I always go to the cinema or go to the theater with my friends. So it's really important, it's going to be really helpful, your exam is going to really, or your performance you have to speak is going to look really well, and it's going to give you some points to pass this exam. So, as I said, routines. Know the routines. Okay, one advice when you have to write. Obviously you have to do this part of the exam, the writing, expresión escrita, and I'm going to tell you some words that are going to help you to write better. You can use them as well if you speak. If you talk about your routines, for example, you have to say that one thing happened after another thing, and so on, right? So, for example, I brush my teeth and I go to work. Me lavo los dientes y después voy al trabajo. I brush my teeth and after I go to work. Okay? Después, after. Después de comer vuelvo al trabajo. So after my lunch, I return to my work. I work again. Okay? So you have to know this después. But we in Spanish we don't use only después. We have as well más tarde. Más tarde is like later. Later I go out with my friends. Más tarde voy a la calle, or later I go with my friends. I have a beer with my friends. Más tarde voy a tomar una cerveza con mis amigos. So later is another word, mean más tarde es otra palabra que te va a ayudar. And as más tarde después, you can use entonces. Entonces would be in English then. So you can use entonces, like más tarde o después. After, later, then, entonces. Me ducho y entonces me visto. I take a shower and then I get dressed. And the last word that I'm going to show you and you're going to learn is luego. And it's the same. Luego is later, or then, or after, okay? Luego. So if you have to write, you have to use different words. You can only say always entonces, o luego, o después. Don't use the same word always. You can use all these different words. They mean the same, but you're going to look like someone who knows kind of well the Spanish. At least you are well enough to pass the A1, el A1, el examen del DELE, A1, okay? So use all of them, study these adverbs. Entonces, luego, más tarde, después. Okay, let's talk about adjectives. Let's talk about vocabulary. You have to know some words to talk about. For example, if you have to do a description of someone or something, you have to know adjectives. I highly recommend you to know the typical adjectives that we use when we describe something. I mean, this is a uno. You don't have to know very fancy or very special adjectives, but you have to know how to say big, small, pretty, large, long, short, tall, okay? Alto, bajo, largo, grande, bonito, okay? You have to know all these adjectives, okay? You have to know the colors, you have to know the verbs to the adjectives to describe a person, to describe a house or a car, for example, or a city. Maybe you go to a city and you have to explain how it's the city. The city is beautiful, the city is expensive, la ciudad es cara, la ciudad es preciosa, la ciudad es muy verde. The city is very green, it has a lot of trees and plants and gardens and parks, okay? La ciudad es grande, es bonita, es verde, es interesante. Okay, so now you know. Take or prepare some lists, make some lists of adjectives and study them by heart. 3 verbs that are going to help you to pass the exam as well, or you're going to find some time in the exam where you have to use it, are gustar, I like. Probably you have to talk about your likes, or you're going to listen to someone saying about what he or she likes, okay? So you have to know that gustar is the verb that we use. And gustar, it doesn't go with the pronoun yo gusto. No, I say me gusta. It's un verbo pronominal. Me gusta el chocolate. I like chocolate. Me gusta salir a pasear. I like going out. Or I like hanging out with my friends. Me gusta dibujar. I like drawing. In Spanish we say me gusta dibujar. We use the infinitive. We don't use the gerund. We don't say me gusta dibujando. No, me gusta dibujar. Another verb that means that you like something, but you like it very, very, very much, I mean, we can translate it for love, it will be encantar. Me encanta. Me encanta correr por la mañana. I love running in the morning. Me encantan los días de lluvia. I love the rainy days. Me encanta jugar con mis animales, mis mascotas. I love playing with my pets. Okay? So this is another verb that is going to help you to do the exam and to perform really well. And finally, if you like something or if you love something, you're going to find some things that you don't like at all. Maybe you hate these things. And in Spanish we say odio. Odiar is the verb, el verbo odiar. Yo odio madrugar. In my case, I hate getting up early. Okay? I hate it. It is what it is. That's who I am. Odio madrugar. Yo odio el tráfico. I hate the traffic, the cars. It's a mess. I hate it. Yo odio acostarme temprano. I hate going to bed early, because I hate as well get up early, so I usually go to bed late. Okay, so we have these 3 verbs. You're going to use them for sure, or you're going to listen to them for sure, so be prepared. Gustar, me gusta. Encantar, me encanta. Odiar, yo odio. In this case, we use the regular verbs. Yo, tú, él, nosotros, with odiar. Yo odio, ella odia. Okay? Very well. As well, you have to know the verb to be in Spanish. And unlikely for you, we don't say ser only or estar only. We say or ser or estar. So you have to learn when to use ser and when to use estar. It's tricky sometimes. There are a lot of exceptions, but you have to know a couple of rules. So I recommend you to study the theory of that, to study the grammar. I'm going to tell you something really important, to know when to use ser or when to use estar. It doesn't always work, but it works most of the times. We're going to use ser with permanent things. For example, yo soy Reyes. I'm always going to be Reyes, at least in this life. Yo soy Reyes. Siempre seré Reyes. Okay, so it's a permanent thing. Yo soy español. I'm Spanish. No matter what I do, I'm always going to be Spanish. So it's a permanent thing. Okay. Yo soy agnóstico. I'm agnostic. I don't believe in. I don't have a religion. I don't deny religions or the beliefs of other people. I don't say that God doesn't exist, but I don't say God exists. Okay? So I'm agnostic. Soy agnóstico. And this is something that maybe I can change, but most of the cases, people, when they have a religion or they don't have a religion, they're going to stay in the same way. Okay? So that's why we use ser, a permanent verb. Okay? Un verbo permanente. Usaremos el verbo ser for that. And we're going to use the verb estar to talk about the opposite. That means impermanent things. Things that are permanent. For example, I'm angry. Estoy enfadado. I'm angry now, but in 10 minutes maybe I'm happy or I forgot it. Okay? Or I'm hungry. Estoy hambriento. Estoy hambriento. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry, but once I eat, this feeling is going to disappear. So it's a non-permanent feeling, it's a non-permanent thing, and I'm going to use ser, okay? Estar. As I said, there are sections. We are not going to get involved right now in this section. We are not going to develop this ser and estar. But you have to know that most of the times, permanent things for ser, and non-permanent things for estar. And finally, my last piece of advice for you is to know how to make plans in Spanish. And for that, we're going to use la perífrasis de obligación, ir más preposición a más infinitivo. Okay? So we're going to use go plus the preposition a plus infinitive. Yo voy a comer con mi familia hoy. I'm going to eat with my family today. Okay? I'm going to eat with my family later. Voy a ir a comer con mi familia más tarde. And we use these periphrases. Okay, so it's helpful as well because maybe you're going to read something about someone's plans, you know, they're going to do something, and you have to know how this periphrasis de obligación, okay? Because maybe you can use it as well when you have to do your speaking, or maybe you listen something similar, you listen to this periphrasis de obligación. So we do, most of the cases, we make plans with this perífrasis de obligación. I say perífrasis de obligación. I'm saying perífrasis de obligación. Sorry for that. It's not una perífrasis de obligación. Es una perífrasis de futuro. Okay? We talk about the future with that. We don't talk about obligations. To talk about the obligation, I say I have to. Yo tengo que. Yo tengo que lavar los platos. I have to wash the dishes. Okay? But sorry for that. Now you know it, no es una perífrasis de obligación, perífrasis de futuro, okay? We talk about the future with this perífrasis because it's I'm going to be going to, plus infinitive. And that's all, at least for today. If you like the video, give it a like. If you think that you're going to learn a lot of Spanish with Spanish from Spain, probably the best channel on YouTube to learn Spanish, you have to subscribe it and share this video with people who is going to do el DELE A1 or is going to learn Spanish or is learning Spanish like you, because let's be honest, Spanish is really cool. Spanish people is really cool as well, and you have to know how to speak Spanish, obviously. What else do I have to tell you? Okay, next video I'm going to talk about jerga juvenil, slang for young people, or I'm going to talk about, what is the other say? Let me watch it, 1 second. Okay, Spanish sentences that Spanish people that make Spanish happy. Okay, things that we say and we feel happy. Okay, frases españolas que a los españoles nos gustan. What do you want then? Slang for young people, most of the cases slang words are used for young people, or sentences in Spanish that make us happy, Spanish people. Okay, so that's up to you. Whatever you decide, leave the comment here and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do more English lessons, Spanish lesson in English for beginners, but you have to be exposed, you have to expose yourself to the language. The sooner the better. Okay, you have this video as well in Spanish, so watch it. I'm going to do a playlist for beginners, speaking English and teaching Spanish, and maybe if you feel frustrated and you don't know and you need to know grammar, it's going to be helpful for you. Okay, that's all for today. Have a nice week. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hasta luego. Nos vemos pronto. Espero.